All right, only on to day 46, and we are seeing a winner. It is our New Zealand dollar Swiss franc come through on the 2-to-1 trade. I always believed in the strategy, and I knew it would come through. I knew it, and I have to say it is a very good feeling. The type of feeling that I imagine can only be recreated by recreational drug use. Pretty sweet. Just a shame about the expensive swap. $42.68 we paid for that in the end, but we did get $352.77 for the win. We did it. Those other trades looking pretty mixed at the moment. Bang average on the euro US dollar and the pound US dollar. Going a little bit well on the US dollar Swiss franc, but going right against us on the US dollar CAD. Can't even afford to have one of these go to the stop loss if we want to make it back into profit, which of course we do. So maybe not looking so sweet there, but at least we did get that 2-to-1 trade. I cannot stress enough how elaced I am at that fact. The more the merrier. Quite a big update tonight on day 50 from the last few days. Let's look at the US dollar Canadian dollar, which we got pulled up first. That went for a loss. Only took 2 days, basically straight there, just over 0.5%, and about $176 plus the swap loss. Pound US dollar, this one we were able to claim a victory. Yesterday it got it, and that's good because it pushed right back down, so could be a bit of a lucky win there, about $87. Swiss franc pair, that was a loss though, and it worked out a little bit bigger than the other ones, especially with the swap. And that's on top of the $187.58 loss from the trade. Finally, the euro US dollar, that was a loss as well. We got in a buy trade right there. I looked at first like maybe it could have pushed, had a green candle here, but no, it did take the stop loss yesterday, around about $185 loss all in. So we've still got one sub trade for each of these 4 pairs going, but there's a 0 chance they can get us back to profit as the 2-to-1 trades are gone. Well, the pound US dollar could still get there, but that is the only one. It is not going to be enough. We're 2.5 grand shy of where we started, so there's no comeback, but we'll see it out with these trades and see how they finally finish. Another couple updates on day 53 now. US dollar Swiss franc, we suffered a loss on both sub trades now. That was yesterday. The second one got triggered, a big push up, so a sizable loss again. But we did get a win today on the US dollar Canadian dollar. We'd already lost on the 2-to-1 trade, but the 1-to-2 trade, that comes in for us. The 1-to-2 has served us alright, and this is another example of that. Not been profitable overall, but certainly better than the 2-1. Just the euro US dollar and the Great British pound US dollar left now. $25 down on the euro US dollar, $65 up on the pound. Day 58, we're at the very end of day 58 as well, and this actually wrapped up a few days ago. The strategy has ended, and didn't end well, as we do see the dollar strengthen with the prospect of increased interest rates. So first off, a few days ago we did have the Great British pound go. At least we did get the win on the 1-2 trade, so not too shabby there, but still do suffer the loss for just over $175. And then day 56, that saw the euro US dollar go. That was a loss, and we didn't get the win on the 1-2 trade either. Got knocked out here. Could have done with that sort of run up there to maybe get the win. Must have come close here. But in the end, it is another loss. And we do finish pretty far down overall for the strategy. It hasn't gone well. Really needed that big comeback at the end. The 2-to-1 wins. That's what we needed. But let's check out every trade we took over in our trading journal. Here we go then in the journal. Not looking good. That's how it started at least. And then it very much carried on that way. Got worse in patches here. Couldn't even get a 1-to-2 win on these trades. All these trades down here. And that's when we really start to struggle, when we're getting 2 times the distance the stop loss, but not getting the 1 times the take profit. That is a fair sure sign that the entry signals you are taking are not very good. That certainly applies here. Even when we had all 3 reversal tools in action, giving us the go ahead, still didn't turn out well for us on many of these trades. It was 14 trades total over 56 days. Obviously, we stopped taking entry signals at 45 days, so there might be a few more trades in there had we carried on. But that's how long it took to get 14 trades to a close, at least $3,000 lost. So around about 15% off the starting balance, really poor showing. And a particularly poor showing from the trades where we set a 2-to-1 take profit level. Well, the 1-to-2 came in a lot better here, didn't it? Let's count them up. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 1-to-2 trade wins. So that's about $700 that we gained off of those 1-to-2 trades, but only 1 win on the 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. That was on the New Zealand dollar Swiss franc. Took home $352.77. Big swap on that one as well though, $42 off it. So even if we had a second win of these to 2-to-1s, it is not certain that it would overtake the value that we gained from the 1-to-2 trades. That being said, neither subtrade A or subtrade B turned out to be profitable, so it's not like subtrade B gets the gloating rights. It just did perform better than the 2-to-1 profit ratio. Not too much else to say on it. We did get in a mix of currency pairs, had the Euro US dollar a couple of times, had a few New Zealand dollar trades in there. We really were banking on a big push right at the end from these dollar trades. But as you can see in all of them, our signals came against the US dollar because technical signals, of course, do not factor in macro fundamental information, i.e. a very strong rising rates environment in the US, as well as acting as a safer currency than certainly the European currencies with the war between Ukraine and Russia, and more valuable than something like the Japanese yen, which is still in negative interest rate territory. So when we took those signals, yes, we did get a couple of retracements on the pound, the CAD. We managed to snag a bit of profits from those, but generally speaking, it just kept on going in the favor of the dollar, knocking us out of all the other trades. A lot of big losses across the board for this strategy, and not a good one at all. Let's just get our final thoughts on all this. Final thoughts, not even close to profitability on this one. The money flow index, the standard deviation channel, and reversal candles all coming up short against the prevailing trends. Even trades where all three of the aforementioned signals were giving us the go ahead, it wouldn't come through for us. It wasn't that it was just shy of profit either. Despite the hope of a grand comeback at the finish, it became clear this strategy would not be able to find its way into profitability at any point. Way off the mark. How about those 2-to-1 trades though? It's always a great tagline for any generic trading strategy put forward on the web. Throwing it out there to sound impressive, well, at 2-to-1 risk reward ratio, I only need to win 1 out of 3 trades to break even. Any more than that and we're in profit. Sure, except the amount of losing trades you'll have can easily dwarf the amount of winning trades by having your stop loss that much tighter to the entry price than the take profit level. On this particular strategy, the 1-to-2 take profit ratio, those trades were much more profitable for us as we were actually able to get plenty of winning trades out of them even if the trend continued onward after. Still though, if you are explaining a strategy to someone without actually demonstrating any real results, then calling it a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio obviously does sound great. Keep on doing what you gotta do. That's one way of improving the strategy though. Just stick with the 1-to-2 risk reward ratio trades even if it doesn't sound quite as impressive. It did work out better for us on this one. What else could we do to try and improve the strategy? Maybe we could throw more reversal signals onto the bonfire of confirmation, add a relative strength index, a double top price structure setup. There are still many more reversal tools out there that could be used to try and upgrade the effectiveness of the strategy with the emphasis on the keyword try. We could also set a stop order to get us into the trade instead of jumping straight in and having the trend keep on going against us. So for example, say that a reversal signal comes to us in the form of a sell trade. Instead of entering the trade straight away, you set a sell stop order beneath the lower price for the signal candle. See if that gets you in before being presumptuous of that reversal. That's a couple improvement methods that you could give a go to if you do see any value in trying to improve the strategy. Emphasis on the keyword trying. That is all from us for another reversal strategy, but there is more information on the indicators and concepts used in the strategy, and that is in the video description, so feel free to look at those if that is what you are really here for. Never forget as well that all trades are taken in a demo account so as to live forward test these strategies properly and not get caught losing money on unknown strategies that purely come at the general recommendation of the internet. They always work better in the back testing than they do in the live forward testing. Thank you for watching. This is Project Trade. I am the Lost City of Atlantis and we'll be back.